You know what you should do? You should follow me on Twitter at Bromo018. Link in the description. Do it now. What is going on, people? Bromo18 here, back again with another episode of the Ajax career mode series. That is right, we are back after a few days off. Finally, it begins again, and today it is a big one. We have the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final against Valencia. So if you haven't watched the previous episode, you'll have to go and watch that one first to find out how it was. Otherwise, you're going to receive almost an instant spoiler. So be sure to go and check that one out now. But if you have watched that one, then do watch on. That is right. First of all, we have a game against AZ Alkmaar, and I'm going to do what I did last episode, really, and just sim that one. We're going to make a ton of changes, and then we're just going to sim that game. You know, seeing as the league is already decided for, of course. So just going through them here. We're going to go with this, and we're going to make sure that none of these players can come off the bench either and damage their stamina. So I'll just go through all these, and then I'll put lack of Cherney on there as well. So yeah, going to make a pretty much full rotation apart from ArenA, who of course it doesn't really matter. He doesn't lose stamina as a goalkeeper. And then we are going to go with that. We've got the AZ game first. This is currently how the league shapes up, just in case you're interested. Over 23 points in it. Well, no, 23 points in it exactly, actually, between us and PSV. League is already sealed, as of course you all know from watching the previous episode, or the episode before that, I think. And so today really is all about just keeping our momentum and making sure players don't get injured for that important game against Valencia. Should we beat Valencia, I believe, although don't quote me on this, the semi-finals are going to be around here. So this is going to be very close indeed. There's going to be a lot of fatigue, especially with this final in the way as well against Feyenoord. If we get that final and then we happen to have a game on Tuesday, I'm going to be really annoyed. I know EA like to do things like that, so that's going to really annoy me because we'll have only had one day in between to get that. But first of all, we've got to beat Valencia. There's no point me even talking about this actually until we beat Valencia. So we're going to sim this game first against AZ Alkmaar. The general consensus was of people that you know, simming is fine, but of course maybe don't do it too often because you know, worrying about injuries and stuff. People do tend to be injured as we get a 1-1 draw there. Yeah, I could understand you saying that, although it doesn't matter too much at the moment because obviously we're making, you know, 10 changes per game. So you know, at least it won't be the first team players or the players that we want for the Champions League games getting injured as we do the training there. Looking good. So we're now back onto the Champions League week. And if I stimulate to the game, then I can do the squad. Arnaud Danjuna Gromeveld says thank you. By the way, I heard rumours that he is actually a potential target for Ajax in real life. Thank you to whoever it was who pointed that out to me on Twitter. I can't remember now, annoyingly. But yeah, massive thank you nonetheless. That's pretty interesting. If he goes there, we'll have already seen a glimpse, wouldn't we, of what he can actually provide Ajax. So yeah, that would be cool indeed. I'm going to do the team, just go through it. We're going to revert back to at least the same back four that we've generally used throughout the majority of the season. We're sticking with the 4-3-3. It works. It just works so well. There's no need for me to change it at the moment. And then of course Frenkie de Jong is going to come back into that holding midfield role. And then as attacking mids, these have been really points of a contested nature all the way along. Do we play Tadic this time, perhaps in that role? Swap him and Ziyech about. It's so tough. Maybe we do. I think we do go for Dusan Tadic there today. And then up front, pretty much the usual front three that you would expect. ArenA, Grunewald, Yusuf Poulsen, and also David Neres as well. Let's look at the bench now to see who we want on. We of course want Tyne Coat Miners in there. Bawadu can come in instead of Casiera. Hassani Bande. Who else have we got? Daley Blind can make his way in, as can Sinkgraven. What else have we got? A couple of spaces. So we'll bring in Mike Peters here and Donny van der Beek. Oh, instead of Voss. Voss did play okay, to be fair, but I think we'll play Donny van der Beek. I should have played him last episode, actually. I did forget about that. But not last episode, last game against Ajax. But against AZ even. I can get my words out, but never mind. We'll go with that anyway. So I think this is the lineup that we're going to go with. And it's fairly standard. We have made the brave choice to take out Coat Miners, who has been playing so well. He's been on such good form in recent times and scoring quite a lot of goals. We instead decide to go with Dusan Tadic. I hope that I'm not made to rue that decision, because it is a big one indeed. But we are going to put our trust in Dusan Tadic. He has had a good season, so there's no reason for me not to believe that he's going to do it. Elsewhere, we just have a look at the current standings of the other quarterfinals. 1-1 between Liverpool and Manchester City. Atletico Madrid currently leading AS Monaco by 2-1, and perhaps most surprisingly of all, Real Madrid currently losing against Bayer Leverkusen 2-1, and I do believe they take them back to the Bernabeu. I think anyway, although don't quote me on that, I might be wrong. But yeah, it's certainly looking to heat up. Elsewhere, just in the Europa League, let me show you this. Manchester United leading Wolfsburg 2-1. Milan and Spurs currently drawing 1-1. Our fellow Dutch counterparts, PSV, currently losing to Chelsea 2-1. And Dortmund beating Schalke 2-0 in an all-German affair. So yeah, it's certainly looking good in the European games, but it's time to bring the focus onto ours as we bring Valencia back to the Johan Cruyff ArenA. And without further ado, let's begin against our Spanish opponents.
Given this man's Champions League goal-scoring exploits, all eyes will be focused on him. Can he add to his total? We'll find out next on EA TV. Excitement in the Amsterdam air as we get ready for a big night of football at the arena in this great city. I'm Derek Ray, here on the commentary position, joined by Lee Dixon to help me describe all the action. And it's a quarter-final second leg battle in the UEFA Champions League. It's Ajax taking on Valencia.
Yeah, thanks Derek. We had a cracker of a first leg, plenty of action at both ends, goals. How important is that away goal rule? We're just about to find out.
Right, so guys, that is the anthem. The atmosphere is heating up as we take a look at the lineups here. You might remember from the last episode the sort of crazy signings that Valencia had made, and we're going to see how that forms into a lineup today. There was quite a few surprise additions, so to speak, although if you look at the way the FIFA transfer system seems to work, it's probably not as surprising as I do make out, as the lads have their picture taken. Also, I want to say this episode will be released on the same day as the first leg of Ajax's quarter-final against Juventus. So massive good luck to Ajax in that one. As we have a look at the Valencia team here, I think it's the same actually as it was last game. If we have a look here, yeah, 4-4-2 is how they lined up last time out. Henderson, Kontinuum in the middle, Regani, Kazawa, Diakabi, Bender at the back, Immobile, Rodrigo. So yeah, it's going to be a tough team. But as I was saying, good luck to Ajax tonight. Never usually release on the same day as Ajax an episode, but because we've had such a long break, quite a few days since I released the last one, we are going to go with it tonight. And as I say, that kickoff has begun, so away we go. Looking to send through Rodrigo, and he's got it to him as well, and that's not great defending. He's going to have to slide. It's a save from ArenA, and he ricochets off the bar, and we get away with that one there. That's disappointing how we dealt with that. Poulsen can't get hold of it though. And Valencia will have another opportunity here as ArenA can claim that one. Tadic. Now we've got some space to drive into here. Oh, and the ref blows up for half time. Oh, it never works in our favour. That doesn't, always in the opposition. I've got to say, we've been really poor first half. We can't keep hold of the ball. Players giving it away far too easily as Real Madrid go 1-0 up there. And if we have a look at the possession, it will show that as well. Very evenly matched. Nothing to shout about. No highlights to show you apart from that one Valencia opportunity that was came really close indeed. They probably should have done better actually, and ArenA does save us that time. But yeah, we're not playing very well at all, and we might have to change it sooner rather than later if this continues in the second half.
Second and decisive leg of this Champions League quarter-final. Ziyech.
Got Neres running in behind. Good ball from Ziyech. Can Neres cut inside in time? Yes, he can. Oh, it's safe from the goalkeeper, and it's a corner.
And the whites of his outstretched gloves.
We're going to make a couple of subs now. So Tadic hasn't been at the races today. You know, I made that decision. Didn't work, unfortunately. We'll bring Tyne Koopmeiners on for him. Arnaud Danjuma Groenewald has had a poor game as well. We're going to take him off and we're going to bring on Hassani Bandé, and hopefully these two can influence the game. I don't like it being on a nice edge here just through away goals. We need to try and make it more comfortable.
We're showing a real commitment to passing the ball forward. But now
Osimhen's trying to contain ArenA. Don't punch it, catch it.
And a half-baked clearance.
Goodness sake. We've got opportunity. We need players to storm forward here. Neres is in space, and he finds him. And David Neres can drive into it now. He's got Regani all day. Neres onto his left. He can finish the side here, and perhaps he has done so. 79 minutes gone, and David Neres makes it 1-0. It's 4-3 on aggregate, I have to say. It's been a poor performance. This goal hasn't been coming, but Valencia have invited us on. They brought it on themselves. It's just so frustrating, the AI. They have to realise they're losing. They're losing on away goals. They're going to go out. Why aren't they pressing us? Valencia just have not tried to force the issue one bit. As you'll see there, they might have left a lot of space, but that's the first time they've actually attacked this half. You know, force the issue. You should be in our faces all the time. They proved in the first leg that they can score goals, so why wouldn't they do that? You know, why are they just sitting back 10 men behind the ball all the time? Really frustrating, but you know, I don't like to win this way, but nevertheless, it is 4-3 on aggregate, and David Neres has worked his magic yet again.
David Neres.
Neres driving into space now, and he's just got blistering pace, and players just cannot keep up with him. Regani again just gets absolutely blitzed. He looks to whip it in. Koopmeiners is there. Oh, how has that not found its way into the back of the net?
They will now make use of their substitutes bench. There's plenty of know-how in the ball shielding department.
Valencia just passing it about, really. Not look. I mean, look, what is this? See, they're not looking to attack. It's so disappointing. It just puts a dampener on the win because the AI can't be programmed to respond to situations correctly. But nevertheless, we are through to the semi-finals. What an achievement this is! I wasn't expecting the run to be quite so impressive this season. Really just wanted to establish ourselves again, but we really have established ourselves as a legitimate contender in Europe this season, and that is just impressive. David Neres deservedly getting man of the match. Real Madrid win 1-0, so they do go through on with one away goal. Elsewhere, we still got those two games. I am going to show the draw in this episode. So we're going to simulate now and find out just who it could be. Right, so guys, that's the Europa League draw. We'll go back to that. Chelsea, Milan, and Man United, Schalke. Now, I haven't seen what the draw is yet, so we're cutting to it now. Hopefully, anyway. And this should work. You should draw out the Ajax name. Who is it going to be against? It is against Atletico Madrid. What a tie that is. Ajax Atletico in the quarterfinal, in the semi-final even, I should say. Elsewhere, Man City versus Real Madrid. That would mean Atletico did beat Monaco in the end, and Man City beat their English counterparts, Liverpool. That is absolutely massive. What a set of fixtures we have, as we get a nice little bit of prize money for qualifying for the semi-finals for the Champions League. Let's have a look. That game is on Wednesday, thankfully, so that is okay. I can deal with that a little bit more, although we are going to have to deal with the final. We'll see what we have to do about that. That'll be in a future episode. But that time, I mean, look at that. I've spoke too soon. Why is there only a day's rest? I mean, thankfully I can make changes for that anyway, and I'll rotate. But why is there only a day's rest? Come on, fix it. Surely this game would be moved. Oh, so never mind. But yeah, so it's over the course of the 29th and the 5th. So cannot wait for that, guys. That means we do have bonus episodes in the series to show you. The next one we will have the final. Will we have PSV as well? I'm not sure. I mean, it's a big game against, even though it doesn't really mean much now because the league is well and truly done. But we have the we have the PSV name to go off there, and the rivalry, etc. I think it's first v second as well, so it is still a big game. So I'll have to decide whether or not I'll show that one, but for sure the next episode though will be the Feyenoord final. What a game that promises to be, and I hope you guys will join me along for that. Can we make it 2 trophies out of a possible 3 so far? There's only one way to find out. Join me in that episode. But for now, guys, we are going to leave it there. If you've enjoyed this episode, then please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already for more regular gaming content. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter using the Twitter handle @Bromo018. The link for that is in the description. And on that note, it's time to round it off there. So, I'm Bromo18, and I will see you soon.